to the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's everybody's favorite sad dads, Jim and Foo.
Yeah, never got into it.
I enjoyed that one, but I fell off years ago. I like watching it.
Didn't they have two chicks playing that one girl? Like they just switched like mid-season or something?
Funny you would mention that. So I in the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've clicked on a couple of things in like shorts that were like the nerdy punchline condensed funny ha-has of the show. I'm like, oh man, I remember that. And I click on it. There's running jokes about Batman and like comic book and a lot of the nerd shit.
Yeah.
It's probably a Dungeons and Dragons thing because they did Dungeons and Dragons shit a number of times. So, I ended up getting this.
I'm just looking.
I ended up getting this. It wasn't a short. It was an actual full-length episode of why they changed Penny, who was the blonde.
Yeah.
And I went, well, fucking what? You know, like as far as I was aware, Kelly Cuoco was Penny.
Was always the same. Was always the same person.
Was the Penny.
Yeah.
And apparently the pilot. She was not Penny.
So the only different show was the pilot show.
To best of my knowledge, it has been Kaylee Cuoco from Soup to Nuts, but the pilot starred some other blonde in her role, and she was like almost the character was written completely different. She was like almost abusive to the nerds.
I see.
Like, I'm hot. I can't believe you're this inept. And Sheldon, the one that you didn't care for, he was also somewhat because he goes a huge length of the show without ever like having any sort of inclinations or like sex or jerking off or any of those things, like any sort of physical intimacy. Like it's just, and it's a joke. It's a running joke and a trope, especially when he gets a girlfriend. Like, we'll schedule coitus to, you know. So
okay.
But the pilot, he catches the Penny character like bending over a couple times, and it's like a running jerk off joke. Like, I need a moment, and then he goes off somewhere, and you just gather he jerks off or something, you know.
Okay.
And the guys were completely written a different way, and the girl was completely written a different way. There was a nerd girl also in the pilot, and she was split and written as Raj and Howard. So she was rewritten as two other sympathy dude characters. Sympathy.
Complimentary?
Yes, complimentary nerd friends. And then there was the nerd girl was then seasons later rewritten with a different twist as what would then become Sheldon's girlfriend. I went, oh, fascinating. But the pilot itself didn't go well.
Totally different.
And you're like, why is the hot chick hanging out with the cool dudes? The way that it ended up getting written, like, made sense. She wasn't interested in the dudes. She was just moving in, looking to make her way.
She just needed roommates.
And, and people to hang out with. And the one nerd, you know, fancied her. You know, a lot of the running jokes about science, I'm just like, yeah, I get that. That's funny though. Yeah.
I never got into it.
But I missed off like years and years back. Never I kind of just stopped watching TV.
Yeah.
Somewhere, probably a sad dad thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I have not seen a single young Sheldon episode. Like, don't care.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting because my wife was like, "Why? How come we never watch that show? It seems popular and like people like it." And I'm like, "Because I didn't care for its source show."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I didn't. So it just didn't appeal.
My dad really likes Sheldon. He thinks he's just the most awkward, funny nerd. I'm like, okay, well, yeah. I think for Christmas a couple of years back, I got him the Funko Pop Sheldon.
That's funny.
And he was like, this is so funny. On Pinky and the Brain, he has a huge affinity for Pinky and the Brain. North. Anyway.
I never watched that really either.
Really?
I know about it. I just never watched it.
What was that? Oh, Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pinky and the Brain.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody.
This is Sad Dad's Club Podcast, episode... Do you know this one?
296?
Is it?
I think so.
I'm the Lord Fu.
I'm Jim. What's happening?
It's hot.
It's very hot.
It's hot.
It was weird because I think it was Monday. It was overcast and
that was bizarre.
And like kind of warm and muggy.
And
then yesterday it was hot. It was like over 100, but yeah, a lot of wind.
Yeah.
It's
like
weird.
The flag was just whipping all day.
I had broken branches like in my backyard from one of the trees on the other side of the wall.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck?
And leaves all inside the pool.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but whatever. But I'm like, this is weird. It's hot. It's like going out and getting your hair blown dry by a hairdryer, but it's all over you.
Yeah.
And that's not comfortable.
It should be all over you, not over me.
Yeah, but it's just now today. It's just hot.
Yeah.
I think I saw 103 in the backyard.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is this stringing out? Do you know? Like long?
It's supposed to cool off.
Is it?
Tomorrow or the
I
next
just
day?
seen a pretty. It was like a. I'm gonna not say forecasting, but like an analytical breakdown of historical El Nino years and the amount of precipitation fallen and the La Nina like follow up.
Yeah.
Statistically, it should be a less hot,
fairly mild
summer.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, well, the indications of May's temperatures, specifically in the West, is like, yeah, we're okay.
I mean, we had been around the mid 80s and stuff, like upper 70s, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I could get away with like opening the house during the day and maybe closing it up later in the afternoon or something. But man, this morning I think it was 8:30 and it was already like 90 outside.
Now I'm in like, okay, so now I'm like juggle mode of the whole house fan air. Yeah. Is it hot enough to even entertain
the Sad
that?
Dad Cooling Co.
Yeah, okay, nope. Fuck, God, I haven't gotten my lattice built for the fucking squirters.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I have been I want to put together my own squirter mister system also.
Yeah.
And I think the way I'm going to do it is with a solenoid that runs off of the condenser.
Okay.
So I'll wire it to the condenser, and then when the condenser turns on and gets the power, the solenoid clicks on, and then you just get water. I think that's probably the easiest way for me to do it.
Yeah.
And not that expensive.
Do you just put that on your box, the condenser box? Like, where are you wiring that?
To the condenser wiring.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
just have to figure out where it goes.
Just tuck it up in there.
Just
some alligator clips.
Yeah, and lots of duct tape.
Handings.
I guess, alligator clips would probably work. And some Scotch tape.
Yeah. Some duct tape and some hot glue.
You don't need to do it the right way.
I mean, fuck it.
Yeah. No, I would do
220,
it.
whatever.
220, 221. It doesn't matter when it fucking shocks the shit out of you.
Yeah. I mean, if you die, it's good. You dead.
No, I'll do it the right way. But I just have to. I found a filter first. That was the first thing I ordered.
Yeah.
And I have some of the pieces for the mystery from the kit that I had.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't have everything, so I'll probably have to buy another kit.
They're not that expensive. They're like
No.
$40 or under, I think, for a
I think mine was like 20.
kit. Yeah, I think you pay
$25.
more for a good filter than you will.
Yeah. I think the filter was like $19 or something.
At a reasonable run, you won't need a pump. The house pressure will generate enough.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have a faucet near yours?
No, but I can run it across. I'll run it like along the edge of the house.
Yeah.
And it'll get right there where it needs to be. You know, it's fine.
There's tons of room on the outside of the house.
I'll go around like where the grass is. I'll dig a hole under and then put it around the grass and then just put some tape over it across where it goes across the patio so people don't step on it.
Right.
Like, careful.
Yeah.
There's a thing here.
Little piso mojado.
No, I'll just run it along the edge of the house and it'll make it right over there. It's not a problem.
Just one weekend, just start running a hose through the middle of the house, right past the couch.
From the kitchen?
Yeah. Shannon just be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, well,
Mister's time.
Misters. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
So.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work. But, maybe. Just punch a hole in the wall. Somebody's done that. Somebody's done that.
Oh, sure.
You
I'll put a grommet in there later.
I'll just silicone it. It's fine.
Just like a whole tube of donut silicone. It's good.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll take 3 months to cure at that thickness, but it'll be fine.
You can't even feel the heat coming through.
Nah.
It's fine. There's no breeze.
Nah. I accidentally tripped on that cord and pulled it all the way out of the wall, but now it's taped in there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, but I've been thinking about like, okay, this is what I need to do, and I just have to find all the bits and pieces and order them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, so been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Every time the thing kicks on, I'm like, the mister would really help, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday and today was the first opportunities where I was like, okay, now it's, but both of my faucet automators need batteries in order to.
Oh.
I haven't recycled the batteries.
I got you.
When you ever picked up the girls or Chandler from the airport, do you ever do the whole chauffeur thing?
No, but that sounds fascinating.
You've never, or Shan?
I mean,
as a young picking her up, she went off abroad. Anywhere?
No. She's never been abroad, but she's abroad. Don't get me wrong, but she's never been abroad.
But pick her up on
no
from the terminal.
No, you mean like with the gloves and the hat?
Yes,
like Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber style.
Yes.
No,
I did that for both Venus and Piper.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
they enjoy that.
I mean, it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they enjoyed it. But for Venus,
in which car? That's the question.
Oh, I did the Explorer.
Okay.
So
for the room.
Yeah. I mean, not from.
Careful about where you're putting that next to that subwoofer.
Yeah. Hey, because Venus got I was working when Venus came home, so I had to pick her up at Mike and Angie's. Mm-hmm. So I just ring doorbell and had the sign, and then Mike opened the door and he went, and then Venus was, I don't know, washing dishes or something. So it took her like a minute to come around the corner. Like, yeah, that's so cute. I think one of them.
Stop being weird, lady.
Yeah, Angie had taken a picture. I'm like, you can't post it because I'm going to do this for Piper. So if she knows it's coming, then that's the fun and specialness is worn off. So when Piper came in on Thursday, I went with, Venus wanted to go, so I went with Venus.
And you're all, well, you're going to have to ride in the back.
Venus stayed in the car, and I walked inside.
Yeah.
It was a low traffic day, so Venus is like, well, if it push comes to shove, I'll just do a loop.
Right.
But that didn't end up happening. She just stayed parked there at the curb, and we had timed it.
That's illegal, bro.
I know. We timed it with just about 5 minutes of her getting... I mean, because now you can track all those things.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only.
Right. And
you know how I know?
Did you ever get...
Airplane, the movie.
Oh, I was going to say, did you ever get a ticket?
No.
So she dropped me off. I went inside real fast, and, I'm just tracking plane, and I'm waiting for people. I'm like, yeah, I'm down by the bottom of the escalator. And I just had my Pipers. Oh, it's on the motorcycle seat, but you can't see it.
Oh, that's funny.
So I had
the hat,
sunglasses. I didn't have gloves, but I had a tie, white shirt, slacks, and shoes. And I was just holding the sign.
That's great.
And she like saw me on the escalator, and she's like,
she's like, you're like Piper,
Piper,
right? Piper.
And I think when we pulled up, I said, "So how long are you gonna be in town?" She's like, "Uh huh." How long? That's anyway.
That's a little personal, sir.
Yeah. So is this where you live?
Hey, weirdo, you're just driving the car, okay?
What's that about? One bag, huh? A lot of small things in there. No. Anyway.
Piper Samsonite.
I'm like, hey, has Nick or anyone else done that for you guys? Any of the girls or anything? Anyone ever you done that to Nick? I don't care. Like, no. And I went, just so you remember.
Who did it first?
Yeah. Dad did it first. She's like, actually, I had told Nick, because he's still in school. Cal Poly is on like a 3 semester thing, not 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't get out until, I think, the middle of this month. Later. Anyway. She's like, you should come and do a thing. And I went, how odd that I ended up. He's like, I can't get away to do that. And that's no way. Like, your dad did it. You remember.
Mm-hmm.
Dad did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's funny.
I had to buy a thin-ass black tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you already have a hat?
I was gonna buy one, but I actually
or did you just use like a black baseball cap or something?
I actually have a black like Kangol
okay.
like newsy hat.
Okay.
I like those like wool hats.
Mm-hmm.
So
you were already set.
And oddly enough, I think I've started to. Now I have like a fancy hat collection. Like I have a couple fedoras.
Mm-hmm.
I bought like a wool fedora when we were in Disneyland for Xander's last thing with Venus's dad. I bought an authentic wool one on our TT trip, but I lost it on Tower of Terror and I left it in my seat.
Oofda.
Yeah, Venus was really upset. So she bought me a new one when she was over there.
Yeah. Wow.
So now, yes, I'm like, well, because I kind of like that look. Like it's like a brim, but warm and like a beanie.
Yeah.
I kind of like those. I've like started to migrate to those from baseball hats.
I'm thinking of like, who's the guy? Sean Connery. Doesn't he wear those a lot?
He might.
I think so.
007? Or are you just
the older Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just as a personal, I think personally he likes to wear those kind of hats or whatever.
Well, I'm in good company then.
I think so.
Fucking A.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's to get a kick out of it. You know?
Like, I can't show up in Deadpool costume. But a chauffeur.
I mean, you could actually.
I mean, everybody. I think that's like
with a Piper sign.
Yeah, with the Piper sign. Shit, that'd probably be awesome though. Fuck.
Why couldn't you? I mean, I guess the katanas would be a problem.
Yeah, sir. Are those real swords?
Well, you're not going through security.
No. I wonder to what extreme, they'd be like, "Sir, those real." I mean, I've got knives and shit. I'd have to like make fake, just like a hilt with no blade on my leg things.
It would be so funny, though. It would be really funny.
My like airsoft Magnum Desert Eagle side pouches, sir. Well, yeah, that's the fluorescent orange thing. They're fake.
Yeah.
No, sir, get the fuck out of the airport.
Yeah.
Are you serious
You're
right now?
about to get bum rushed by a bunch of cops.
Yeah. So no, I mean, I'm just here for pipers.
I mean, you're not. It's an airport, but you're not trying to bum rush you're not going through security with it all. You're just meeting somebody
Right at the bottom of the escalator.
way far away from the secure stuff. So
it's a tower of luggage. Like, what are you worried I'm gonna hurt?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. It's like, I think everyone should like feel like they got like that chauffeur thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One time, I forget which birthday it was, but Shanna surprised me. This is back when we were dating.
Yeah.
I still lived at home at the time. And she was like, just be ready. I'm going to come pick you up. It was birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Just be ready. I'm going to come pick you up. And I'm like, okay. I had no idea where I was going. So it was like, be ready at whatever time. Okay. So I got up, got ready.
Yeah.
She showed up at the house, picked me up. Didn't say where we were going, just we're driving.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're like getting on the freeway, and I'm like, I don't know where we're going. Next thing you know, we're pulling up at the airport, and I'm like, what the shit?
Oh, wow.
And then
here we go.
We go through security, and then I realize, because you got to have a ticket.
Right.
Oh, okay, we're going to L.A., because also you go to the gate, and it says it at the gate. We're going to L.A., cool. I don't know why. Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Literally zero idea. It was the coolest shit. Then we flew into LAX, and we're coming out of the terminal.
She's like,
out to like transportation
at Sparrow.
No. we're coming out of the terminal, and my grandparents are there. I'm like, Grandma, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was like, what are you guys doing here? You know, like totally surprised. Didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
Well, they were there to pick us up. I had no idea.
Aww.
Didn't know. So then we get in the car. We get in the car, and it was like, okay, we're going to Grandma and Grandpa's house. I don't know. Wow, this is wild. I have seriously no idea. And then my grandmother turns around and says, oh, you kids are going to have a great day at Disney.
Oh, no.
So that was pretty funny. So I never had that experience, like where someone's picking you up with a fancy car.
Right.
But I had one of those, like, I had no idea where I was going or why, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew why, but not where.
Yeah.
And that was cool. That was a lot of fun. And then we went to Disneyland.
Your chance is just like.
She pulled it off, man.
Yeah.
She even coordinated with my mom and got a go bag ready and picked it up beforehand. So it was already in the car in the trunk. I had no idea. So there was a bag ready to go that I had no idea about. I mean, she was going through my underwear.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, you know, it was nuts.
You have a good time, Jimmy. I just shoved a handful of condoms in the bag. You should be fine.
Well, my grandparents,
damn it, Mom.
They were all, they're, old school. So it's Shan took the bed in the spare room, and I got the couch in the living room.
Nice.
But, man, we had a good time. Yeah. So, yeah, I never had that experience, but I had that experience.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. That was the coolest shit.
Now everyone just fucking Ubers and Lyfts. Is Lyft still a thing now?
As far as I know.
Is it?
Yeah.
They doing okay? I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
What did I just...
We
just got something with... We just got something with Amazon Prime. They rolled something into it. It was a pilot.
Oh.
It was... Is it Uber Eats?
I
can't... It was one of the food delivery services. If you have Prime now, you get it for free, like food delivery.
Do you guys use food delivery ever?
No, no. Piper will when she's like dog watching. But here at the house, no. Guys down in the corner I think they honestly have food delivered 5 of 7 days a week.
Yeah.
No one in that house knows how to cook.
I want to say there's a generational thing with Uber Eats or food delivery in general.
Yeah.
Chandler and Nicole do it a lot. I don't know. I don't think Melanie ever has because she doesn't have money for it, really. As it's pricey.
Yeah, you can't do it if you're poor.
Right. We don't even have pizza delivered to the house. I'm like, fuck you. I'll go pick it up because otherwise I'm waiting an extra hour and a half or whatever for delivery.
I'm banking the free 2-liter bottles of soda from Pizza Guys if you pick it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, why the fuck would I?
But my next door neighbor, the one that never mows her yard, she has food delivered multiple times a week, sometimes a couple times a day. And I'm just like, man.
Where'd you get that? I mean, that's expensive.
I know. Here's what I'm thinking. You could not get food delivered, save the money, and hire someone to mow your yard on a regular basis.
At least 1 day a week.
I mean, every 2 weeks would be fine.
I wonder what that has Chandler and Nicole said, like what that runs roughly, like per meal.
We've talked about it, but I don't remember what it was. I think it's, I think if you're ordering, $15 worth of food or whatever, ends up being $20-something plus a tip or whatever.
Right.
So, and I mean, like,
who's getting a meal for $15 though at this point?
Yeah,
right. So
no.
now you're a $45 to $50, maybe 30, say 30 to 45.
Well, when Chandler was living at home, all of a sudden he'd come out and be like, "Oh, the ring would ring," and
shit.
he'd be like, "Oh, my food's here," and we're like, "You ordered food? Like we were getting ready to go get dinner or something,
Yeah.
So that would happen all the time. So if it was just him, sometimes he would just order food for himself.
Got a Grubhub delivery. Maybe
but like, also, I don't care for the food when it's sealed up, packaged, like hot, and like it gets all soggy. Like I'm very textural when it comes to my food. Like you can't order a fucking Nacho Bel Grande from Taco Bell and have it Grubhub to your house because by the time it gets there, all the chips are going to be soggy.
Absolutely.
And fuck that.
I have a huge. Maybe that's a lot of the reason why it's not a thing for me because the food type.
Yeah.
That I would have delivered is really only funneled into pizza.
That's great.
Everything else, I agree. Like there is no way a set of fries is going to survive multiple stops if you're not that first one.
Right.
There is no way chips will survive. Why would you order any form of a beef unless it's a hamburger, I guess, but then your bottom bun is going to be soggy.
Yeah.
Like, so all of the things that I would be like, man, I just need quickie food. There is no delivered product where I would be like, this was worth the $50 for 2 or 4 people, or probably upwards of 75 to 80 for 4. If we got a meal,
right?
If I'm like, send me a fucking Mexican pizza from Taco Bell,
right?
Sure, it's going to be under $5 and it's going to get here.
But get your fork because you're going to need to.
Right.
You're not going
to. Well, how do you feel about soup?
Yeah.
You just got
soggy flour tortillas.
Fucking. Yeah. It's dumb. So.
Yeah.
It's an immediate like, could I eat this thing it's been on the shelf for, an hour.
Yeah.
No. Well, then I'll just go fucking get it, or I'll go get stuff to make it. Pizza is the only thing that I can think of off the top of my head where I have entertained. Well, let's just have it delivered. Pasta, like a Noodles and Company, maybe.
I could do a pasta.
Maybe.
But even pizza for me, like it sits in the hot thing, and it like the crust gets a little soggy. You know what I mean? And if they're going out on 2 or 3 houses at a time,
yeah.
And if you're the last guy, it's not.
Yeah.
And I have, first of all, working in a pizza restaurant, cold pizza for me is a no-go for most of the time.
Yeah.
In general, I don't like cold pizza. I don't like even reheating cold pizza typically. I mean, I'll eat leftover pizza, but I don't care for it.
Okay. So if it's there, you're going to eat it, but it's
not my favorite. Right. But fresh pizza is where it's at. And I don't want fresh pizza that's been sitting in a bag in someone's car driving around town before it got to me.
That
because the texturally, like it changes the pizza.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
I would agree.
So delivery for me, that's why I said earlier, I'll just fucking go pick it up.
Right.
I'll order it and pick it up.
Sometimes I think we've had it delivered for the kids.
Yeah.
Or we've been out of time.
Yeah.
And just Venus will be like, I'm going over to here and I'm working late. She'll be like, the pizza's coming in hot.
Sure.
For someone like Pizza Guys, it's not
as critical.
Yes, it's not boutique pizza.
Sure.
Would I get Old Town pizza delivered? Absolutely fucking not.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another pizza. I mean, something like, actually, I don't know. Blaze the hot fire pizzas. While I don't necessarily care about they're not boutique pizzas either.
Right.
Their crusts are so thin that if you don't eat it there or you are not the one picking it up, that crust is like a chip. It's gone.
Yeah.
You're fucking limp dick.
Yeah.
Pizza crust.
Yeah.
Fast.
There's a few food types, Chinese, right? Pasta, those are probably fine.
Probably.
There's a couple of those, depending on what you order.
Yeah.
You're not getting orange chicken,
right?
Crispy
Something that was
orange chicken,
right?
There's certain things like I'd be like, well, but by the time that
broccoli
gets to
beef,
me,
sure,
yeah.
Anything with a battered chicken, sweet and sour pork, no.
Yeah.
Fucking General Tso's chicken, no.
Yeah.
Orange chicken, no.
Right. Yeah.
No.
And then sometimes even just picking stuff up, like taking stuff to go. You get it home and you're like,
yeah,
it's it steamed itself in the container or whatever, and the fries get trashed.
In and out for me is like instant. Like if we're not, a number of times we have done this where it's like, In and Out? Yeah, let's go to In and Out. We'll go, drive through, get it. I mean, there are 2 locations in our vicinity.
Right.
They are 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 with traffic lights if you get bad rolls. And every single fucking time I get back to the house, the fries are
Floppy
done.
fries.
The fries are done.
Now, do you order them well done?
No.
Maybe try that next time.
If
you get them to go.
We're just in I'll try that.
Yeah.
We're now in like the mode of, if we want In and Out, we go and we'll just sit because
I prefer that.
It's a waste. It's those fries, which I like because of the way that they're cooked and just raw, straight.
Yeah.
They go south fast.
I have a saying.
Yes.
Leave the mess. Let's leave the mess.
Oh.
So it's like, you want to go blah, blah? And it's like, sure. Let's leave the mess. Because a lot of times Shanna doesn't want to go out or whatever.
Right.
But I'm like, let's leave the mess. Let's eat it there. And she doesn't want to sometimes. And that's okay.
Right.
I'll get it to go for you. But like, I would prefer to go and eat the thing fresh when it gets served to me there.
Yeah.
Than to have the soggy thing or the, And man, delivery is far and beyond that of the taking something to go. It's a whole nother level I'm not willing to operate on.
Chandler and Nicole both cook.
Nicole, not so much. Chandler does.
Certainly on the barbecue.
Yeah,
So is it just, you think it's just a convenience for them?
I think sometimes they're just busy and...
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. And, if we're, like, busy, like, working in the yard or something, it's like, oh, shit, we got to work.
Right.
Sometimes just, get the pizza delivered, I'm filthy or whatever, I'm not going in.
Yeah.
That I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I just don't prefer it, so.
Did you make any traction on the Zelda's crust?
I never got my house,
it's been bugging
dude.
me because I'm like, fuck, I really hope he finds it because I would be
I will get to it. We've got a situation at my house. So my house is very, very, very disheveled at the moment. And it makes it untenable to spend any time trying to do something.
Any sort of culinary projects certainly
I'll get to it.
Would be distracting.
I will get to it for sure.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen anytime soon. But I will say this.
Okay.
I bought a PS5 over the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering. Okay. Good for you.
I bought a PS5.
Because this is kind of where I was going to go. So hit me.
I bought a PS5. So my in-laws give us Visa gift cards for birthdays and holidays a lot.
Okay.
$50, $100, stuff like that. And you save them up. And they're not... They can be a challenge to use.
Really?
If you save them up and want to spend the lot on something, it becomes hard. It's difficult.
Because a vendor won't take multiple...
Yeah. So
okay.
So the PS5, I've been keeping my eye on them. They don't really go on real good sales, but they had a decent sale where they're $50 off on the... I think might have been both of them. I don't know. I bought the one with the disc player. And it was $50 off, so it was like $4.50.
Okay.
And I had more than enough Visa gift cards to pay for it, and it was at Target, so I go to Target, and I'm like, hey, I want this PlayStation and this purple controller also. I needed another controller. So we go, it's in the electronics department, and you go to the thing, and I'm like, okay, so here's the next hurdle. Is I've got these Visa gift cards. I didn't steal them. They were given to me. I saved them up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a bit of like, oh, this motherfucker's stealing. You're
the guy answering the virus. Yes, I forgot now just go to your store and I'll get your call. Ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am.
Right. That's how it feels.
Okay.
I save them up.
You're that guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy trying to use all the Visa gift cards to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I've got all of these. So I had literally like 5 $50 ones, and the rest were $100 ones.
Okay.
And I think in total I had like $650 or so.
Okay.
On Visa gift cards.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's nice until you try to use them. So it's like you start swiping card. Okay. Boop, boop. Okay, this one's going. And then you get to one, and all of a sudden it's like, nope. And then you swipe another one, nope. So then you're only halfway through the money that you have, and it won't take any more cards.
Oh,
right.
Interesting.
So then it's like, okay, let's void that, and so let's buy a $200 Target card.
Okay.
So $200 card, 50 card, 50. Boop. Boop. Okay, that goes through. I got a $200 Target card now.
Okay, you've consolidated.
Yeah. Well, let's do another one. Now, here's the real problem: is that when you go to this strategy, your money's no longer cash; it's now Target money.
Right.
So if you have a return, like you have to take the thing back or whatever it is.
Okay.
Well, you're not getting cash back anymore. You're getting a Target gift card back. So now your money is now
locked into Target.
So that's a problem.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, Target's got tons of shit.
It's fine.
You could buy the Moose Munch.
But if I wanted to spend $400
at AutoZone
at Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Well, now I can't do that.
Right.
Maybe I can buy a gift card for Amazon at Target. I don't know.
Probably could.
Yeah, so it just became this hassle.
Okay.
And the kid at the counter, he was, I felt like he felt like I was putting him through it a little bit. And I'm nice as could be. I'm not a dick. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know why. What do you think? I'm just trying to solve an issue. I just want to buy the thing.
Right.
And he's like, well, maybe it's the system won't take any more today. Maybe come back tomorrow. And I'm like, I got a $200 gift card.
Come back tomorrow.
And I'm just like, fuck that. So as we're walking out, I go to the customer service counter and I'm like, look, it's in the electronics area. Do you know of a reason why it wouldn't? She's like, people do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, scan the Target card and then start scanning the other ones. So we go back to the kid.
Okay.
Because she can't ring it up because it has to go from electronics.
And he's like, hi, sir.
He's like, oh. You know what I mean? No, he was fine. So he scans 200. So $200 comes off. I think the total was, I don't know, $556 or something.
Sure.
$200 off. Now we're at $356. All right. And we get a couple more cards into it, and then it wouldn't take any more cards. So I think we were left with a total of like $160. I got cash in my wallet. I'll just pay with that. Because now I'm in a situation where if it's not going to take any more cards, my only other card that I'm going to use is my debit card.
Right.
And that is also a card. Is it not going to take that? I don't know. I'm not going to chance it. I just want to fucking get home with a PS5.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was a hassle. So I ended up getting it home. We found, I don't have a PlayStation
account, PSN.
I have a PSN account. I just don't have, I haven't paid for the service yet.
Okay. PSN Plus.
Or, there's like 3 tiers.
Yeah.
And so we found Red Dead Redemption and Sackboy, which is something Millie really wanted to play.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy playing with her, actually.
Right.
Was on sale at Best Buy for $20 a piece, so I went and bought those.
Okay.
And so I've been playing, I downloaded Destiny to it because that was free. Destiny 2. The Sims, haven't really touched that much. There was something else, and I can't remember. They were all free.
Yeah.
And then Red Dead and Sackboy.
Red Dead's good. The first one or the second one?
Red Dead 2, I think.
Okay.
Man, what a fun, interesting, deep game that is.
Yes.
I haven't even scratched the surface, but it's interesting nonetheless.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I played the second one. I loved the first one. It's just a time sink. Like if you're playing it to like handle all the shit.
Yeah.
And I enjoy those games, but a lot of times it's the type of play for me doesn't afford.
It's very pokey. Get on your horse and cluck around.
Yeah, I'm like, I got 30 minutes to an hour to play, and the quest is an hour to 2.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I get so.
If you're even to a point where you're at a quest,
right? So it's a lot of those games I've slowly steered myself away from because the time investment. It was like, I want to start it, and then in 2 weeks when I get a chance to play again, or 2 days, like where was I had to go to Jebediah was collecting frogs, and there was a possum, but it was actually Clarence who was fucking his fence, and I'm like, I won't remember this. Yeah.
Well, I just think it's weird. There's the stuff like you just walking through. I went into the little town. And I'm walking through town, and as you walk by, the people are like, "Don't fucking look at me like that." And you're like, "Jesus Christ, dude! I'm just walking down the goddamn planks.
Take it easy."
Yeah.
Shit.
And then at one point, I was somewhere, and I accidentally fired my weapon. Well, fucking the whole town lost it.
Yeah.
And now I've got a bounty.
We got Wyatt Earp out here. No control of his heater.
Yeah, and I'm not a first person. We know this.
Yeah,
I'm not a first person shooter guy.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now I'm like, my fucking gun's out and people are shooting him. I've figure out how to get my pointer on people and start taking some people down because I'm going to die otherwise.
I came in here to get some pickles and now I've murdered half the town.
No joke. I literally went and got a bath. And then was walking down the thing and accidentally shot my gun, and then I'm fucking dying because I'm that stupid. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm going to get a shave, a bath, and a whore and murder half the town.
But I'll be clean when I do it.
Hopefully in not that order because, anyway, I mean, if the whore's bad, then the fucking town can die. Yeah. I'm going to remove them from the map.
So that actually happened. And so anyway, but I have started playing Destiny, which I hadn't really ever played before, which is the point of me telling this because you are a huge Destiny guy.
Yes.
Which I've learned today that you took the week off to play the new Destiny expansion
Final
pack.
Shape. It's like the end of the story.
That just came out on yesterday.
Yes. And I've done this before.
Yeah,
it's just
I
that
recall
my video
this.
Game proclivities are generally just like under the radar.
This is your Christmas in June.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your half year break.
And was that Sunday? Your Destiny download Sunday?
No, that happened. I got the PS5 on
Saturday?
Friday night.
But your first text to me
was on
Saturday. I think I went grocery shopping Saturday because we were in the car and your thing of Destiny popped in and it bling, and I looked at it and I went, oh. And Venus is like, what is it? And I'm like
deep into the tapping.
She's like, what is it? I'm like, Jim's got Destiny questions. It's the game of my people.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Here it is. This is my purpose.
Yes.
I'm like, the Destiny curator. I'm like, she's like, what? I'm like, I don't know. He was looking. He's got it's free or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Destiny 2 was free to download and use. And I have no idea, right, what's going on in the Destiny world because I don't think I've ever played it more than maybe one time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it free? That's why I was asking you. Why is it free?
The vanilla version
is it always free?
It has been free, and
okay.
Sony owns it, so it's not shocking that it's probably a free advertised tile there. The base game is free. The expansions, so the Final Shape is the end to the story of what represents the big chunk of the story that started with Destiny 1 about 10 years ago. That was supposed to hit its release in February.
Oh, so it's late.
So but it pushed back to deliver an experience that was what they intended for what would be the swan song of the story.
The swan song of your people?
Right, yes. Yes. That's also a good reason why I took it off because I'm like, fucking, I'm invested.
Well, here's the question though.
Okay.
What if you had taken the time off and then they were like, well, we need another 3 months?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think that one has happened, but I would probably just be like, cancel the time and what's the
reschedule.
What's the next release date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just schedule.
So somewhere after February, it may have been March, Sony basically handed out like the expansions for free. So that way players that were pretty much coming back
to get the new thing,
to see how the story ends, because there's a lot of those people that are coming. Like after 10 years, people are coming and going. People don't always pay for the expansions. Like, why? I just want to shoot aliens in the face.
Right.
So there was the albatross in the room is that if I have a friend that I played with Destiny with 2-3 years ago, but they became a dad or mom or whatever, and they've stopped playing and they don't have the expansions, but they're going to jump back in. How do we play together if we're so far
apart
in light levels or gear or whatever. And between pretty much March and yesterday, Sony basically said,
"Come get it."
Come get it. Play everything you want. And then they gave out basically a chest that was pulls everybody and everything that you had to the same light level of gear, so you could play with no handicap in the same thing that your friend plays. And while the expansions went away Tuesday, you got to keep any of the gear, because in some of the expansions there's exclusive gear assigned
per expansion.
So they said if you earned a gun that was only in that expansion in this time period, you get to keep the gun, but the expansion will go away. So whatever, like a strike or a quest or something like that that's buried in the expansion, if you didn't finish that, you'd have to go and buy it. But if you got guns, if you did strikes, you got to keep armor. You could keep all of that.
Okay, so I played a little bit, and then Tuesday night, last night, I fired up the game since the new expansion started.
Okay.
And I don't know any expansion from a hole in the wall, to be quite honest.
Okay.
I just downloaded Destiny 2 and tried to start playing.
Shoot aliens in the face or something.
Yeah, like, let's give it a whirl. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I have no idea about any expansions. I saw there was like a little timer that was like, this is going to end in 1 day and 3 hours. I was telling you that, right?
Yeah.
And I knew that was coming because you told me the new thing's coming on Tuesday. So I'm like, it's tied to that. Okay, that's fine. So when I started it up on Tuesday last night, it put me, I didn't have any choice of where I was headed. It just put me into a battle of some kind that I wasn't, I don't know how or why I was there.
Okay.
A map I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
And it was like death every fucking half a second. Like, I was just respawn. And I'm like, this is fucking, what the hell? I have no idea what is going on. I'm only like a level 2.
I wonder.
So I don't know what happened. So I ended up killing the game off.
Okay.
And then relaunching it. And that seemed to get me back to where I was.
Like the director where you could see.
Yeah, I could get back to the tower and actually see, okay, this is, I'm going to go do this and this.
Okay.
And then I figured out, remember when I told you I got stuck and I couldn't figure out how to get out? I was able to get back and find that one and start playing it again.
Oh, okay.
And I was stuck because I'm clueless and I have no idea that there was a vent that I could shoot out and go through.
Yeah.
So that's why I was stuck.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. There have been a couple of occasions I have a hard time figuring out the jump. Like,
okay. What class are you playing?
I forget what it's called.
There's a Titan, a Warlock, and a Hunter.
Warlock.
Okay.
And I had to Google it because I'm like, why won't it fucking jump high enough?
Yes.
It obviously expects me to be able to do this.
Okay.
So why can't I do it? Well, I guess it's a quick double tap. Yeah. And I'm like jump and then it would go and I hit again and it go and then I just keep falling.
Yes. Yeah.
I probably died. I played at lunch today. I probably died 35 times trying to get across this rock sequence in space.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the timing right on my jump because it's very inconsistent to me.
Yeah, okay.
And then also there were a couple of times I got stuck in a like dark crevasse that I couldn't figure out how to get out of, and I was just stuck in there for like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to jump the fuck out of it and get somewhere else where I could actually go somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a little bit frustrating when, as a new player, a guy who doesn't even really have any business playing because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Sackboy. I play Sackboy.
I mean, it's a learning experience.
No, like I said to you, We just watched as the kids because it's the one guy that does the drawing, the content creating. He's funny. He does it in a funny way.
Yeah.
There are glaring onboarding, completely new player problems with a game of that age, and you kind of wonder, well, why? Like, well, it shouldn't have to. Like, just if that means you stretch out a tutorial, then do that.
Well, the biggest one for me was the first time I really got into playing it. I literally spent like 25 minutes trying to figure out how to get into a game. I'm running around. Like, it was just happenstance that I think I was in the tutorial area or something. I'm not sure. But I just happened to launch and make it to the tower.
Okay.
And then when I got to the tower, I couldn't figure out how to get into a game. And it was telling me, oh, you have a level up available. Go to the tree. And I go to the tree and nothing would happen. And I'd be like, I'm at the fucking tree. Like, nothing's happening. Well, then I figured out how to get to the map, and then things on the map are flashing, and I'm like, okay, I got to go. Let's go just see what happens. Go talk to one guy, and then go to the next. Oh, here's a thread. It's like I didn't complete this thing. Like, I got to do something to complete it. And then that completed. And then once I got that completed, it was like, go to the tree. And then I go to the tree, and then fuck, I can level up. And then it was like, go talk to this guy. And then I go talk to, and then finally I'm like, oh, okay, here, launch into whatever the thing is. And then that's when I got stuck later on.
Warlocks have like a soft jump, and the joke is that we call it floofing because it's just like a soft.
Yeah.
Hunters probably have the closest to what you would feel comfortable in a hop, 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 hop.
More natural.
Like a controllable Mario Brothers. I press the button and I get a... And if I press it quick, I get jump, jump. It's very precise. Warlocks is a
yes. And you're like, whoa, don't overshoot that shit.
Yes. But to its credit, it makes platforming, as long as you're not going up, platforming horizontally or down on a Warlock is the easiest because everything is so cushy and soft. Titans they're in between. It's like a good at kind of like linear and speed and control at speed, but not the precise what of a hunter, and not as cushy, floofy as a Warlock.
I gotcha. I mean, I don't know. I just picked a thing, and then I don't know. The one thing that's semi off-putting is the amount of statistical. I mean, I understand the
data that's shooting at you, numbers and
the data for like when I'm looking at my guns or my weapons and my armor and my all the other shit. There's so much information in there. And then like you have to sometimes delve down into the thing and then activate something, and there are parts of my weapons that I don't even know how to fire. Like I have 3 of them and I can get these 2 off, but this third one I can't figure out how to do that one, so it never gets activated. And I'm sure it's probably helpful. At some point
it would probably kill things.
And so like I'd use the fire, so it's like this guy, the first one shoots a fireball and like burns up everything in its vicinity. And then the second one shoots like 6 or something flame things out. And then I don't know what the third one is because I don't know how to make it work. It just sits there taunting me like, hey, I'm here.
It's the same weapon?
No, it's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
But there's 3 of them, and I can see them all.
Right, so you've got a... No. Okay. All right.
No, like on the play screen, they show up like the first one, and you can see after I use it, it builds back up, and the second one is there. And there's a third
your
one.
Abilities.
Yeah, my abilities.
Okay.
There's a third one that is always fucking orange that I can never use because I don't know how to...
Long press.
Long press what? My wing?
Your B. Long press B. Wait, is it the same on an Xbox? That's your Rift. That's your healing thing. So you've got a grenade, you've got palm sand, which is like your fireball shooting.
Yes.
And the third one is your class
Healing
ability.
stuff.
That is your healing rift.
Well.
You long press B for that one.
Okay, I don't know what B is on the Xbox. I'll check. I'll look at the controls again.
Yes, it's a long press.
Because I'm always like, I don't know, I'll pull up the control thing, and I'm like, what? I don't know what it is even supposed to do.
Yeah, class ability.
All right.
And then when you do double bumper, you get your super. Have you done that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh shit, you haven't even unlocked maximum potential.
I don't know what I'm doing. This
slaughtering people all over the place.
I'm enjoying shooting aliens in the face.
It's cathartic.
A lot of times I miss and hit the legs. But I'm just saying
Also
I'm enjoying
cathartic.
it. Right. I'm still enjoying it, but it doesn't mean I have any knowledge of what I'm doing. And the game
That's how everyone starts.
God damn, the game is so deep.
Oh.
Like someone like me, it's overwhelming to have all this shit that you can tweak that I have no idea how it's going to affect anything.
Yes.
Where I don't even have control over my guy half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
And it affords varying styles. Like, I'm min-max. Okay, gear, this good weapon, this roll, good rolls, bad rolls. Venus doesn't necessarily, and she can
hold her own.
She can hold her own. Absolutely.
Well, I do know that I've selected different weapons and then been playing and been like, fuck, I don't like the way this gun shoots.
Yes.
Kind of a thing. I don't like it, I just don't care for how it works, or it doesn't seem to be as effective as something else.
Yeah.
And so, let's get rid of that right now.
Do you have a gun that you do enjoy? I'd be curious.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what they're called. I have no idea, dude.
Is it like a thing or like a pistol?
No, it's like a
big. So
yeah,
it's a rifle of some sort.
I want to say it's white with stripes on it. I don't know.
Why would you do that to your dick?
Because
the good news is too that game is cross-play.
Yeah, you can
PS5.
Yeah.
Xbox, PC.
Yeah.
If
I just have to be on the PlayStation Network.
Oh,
I
yes,
think.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I assume.
I mean, I have that on the PlayStation.
So how does that work? So you play it on Xbox, right?
Yes.
How does that work as far as all of the team management stuff is done within the game, not because you're friends in the network, because they're different networks.
Right. I would add your Bungie ID
I see.
to my friends list, and then we would play
I gotcha.
at any
Okay.
point in time.
It's always talking like, oh, add some players to your thing. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know anybody.
Yeah, fuck. I'm playing solo.
I wouldn't even be comfortable playing with anybody at this point anyway.
Like Fortnite experience?
A little bit. I mean, I'm getting better at it for sure, but it's not great. And I'm in this level that like I had to shut down because I needed to get back to work. And I don't know, I've died a couple times just trying to. It's like you go in, you got to kill. You're on a ship, and you got to kill the engines.
Okay.
And so you're killing all the guys, and you go in and kill the engines out.
Okay.
And then you have to figure out how to get the ship because it's fucking falling out of the sky. And so I'm getting to the point where I'm at the exit bay of some kind.
Okay.
And that's as far as I've gotten. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, man.
Are you fighting the big rhinoceros pig-looking dudes? Cabals?
Probably.
Okay. Sounds like Lightfall.
Probably. There's the dudes that have the big shields that come across.
Yes.
Yeah, there's those.
That's a Cabal.
And then there's like some other dude that's badder than those guys that takes a long time for me to take down.
Did you shoot him in the face?
Oh, yeah. Lots.
Fucking it. Yeah.
He's got so many holes, but like just die already.
It's time, sir.
Yeah.
Did you not get the memo?
Yeah, and I'll throw my fire grenade at him, and they'll singe for a while, and I'm still shooting him, and he's still fucking blasting me with some. I don't know, man.
That's awesome. I was like, Jim's sending me a Destiny text. This is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, I mean,
this is my time to shine.
It's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm not a dumb guy. Okay. But man, these games make me feel like a fucking idiot. And that is no joke.
Yeah.
And it's not really the gameplay. It's most of the just trying to get to the fucking games.
Yeah.
Where I'm struggling more than anything else. Like I get like, oh, I'm not skilled enough to like complete this thing without dying or whatever.
Sure.
I get all that. But that's on me. Like the rest of it, like why couldn't I get into a fucking game for 25 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah. So
they should work on that.
It's interesting because I'm like sitting in the tower area, right?
Yeah.
And there's like players running around. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, everyone's here. There's tons of people in here gaming.
Right. Fisted Goat 67.
Yeah. I guarantee you not one of those people ran around the tower for 25 minutes and not figure out how to launch into a thing. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
that's frustrating.
But fun nonetheless.
Well, that's good.
And then I found out that my fan setup that I have built into my cabinet was not working. Like the fans died.
Oh.
And I had the cabinet closed up.
Oh.
And Melanie and I were playing Sackboy. And it came time to go to bed. So I was like, okay, so I'm shutting everything out. I open up the cabinet to plug the controllers in so they'll charge. And
it was hot as fuck.
Oh my God, the PS5 was like, yeah, screaming. And the heat that came out of there, I've never felt heat in a cabinet like that before, ever. And then I look at the fans underneath and they're not even spinning. And I go, fuck.
God damn it.
So I had to order fans for that fucking thing. So that's no fun. I mean, that's what keeps the cabinet cool.
Is it a DIY setup? Or?
It's a kit I got from coolerguys.com a while back.
Yeah.
And it's like a 2-fan with a little thermostat that hangs inside.
Yeah.
So when it hits like 81 or something, the fans turn on. But the fans did not spin, and it was definitely over 81 in there.
Fuck.
It was probably 100 plus in there. It was really hot.
48 hours later, going back to the Target kid, be like, I don't know, man.
I just need a different one.
This one's baked.
Interesting thing about the PS5 that I didn't know, they show it most of the time standing vertically, and you don't have to use it that way. You can set it down flat.
Right.
When you set it down flat, it rocks. It doesn't sit flat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this? And I just happened on a little package that I saw in the box. And there's little legs.
Yeah.
You got to put underneath it.
If you're going to do it sideways, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the really?
Yeah. We have our sideways. So we had to put the little feet.
You have a PS5 too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had no idea. But my cabinet's, it's a horizontal thing, not a vertical thing.
Does Melly like Harry Potter?
No.
Really?
No.
I was going to say, because Piper loves the shit out of that Harry Potter game that's on.
She likes quirky little games.
Yeah.
Like Sackboy, or that's not even little. Stardew Valley, she loves that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And then she played a lot of, what was the little island game that everyone was playing?
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's into that. She has her own Switch for that. But yeah, she likes quirky little games. She's like me, I think, in the game department. For the most part, on my Switch, I will go into the game deals, find shit that's on sale that's quirky, and like watch the video. Oh, that looks fun, and then pay like $3, $4, or $5 for a game. Maybe $10, and then play it. And then most of the time I'm sad because I finish them too quick. Like, oh, I just
now
played.
You could play all of the Lego games in high definition.
I know. So what I don't understand is it's 8K capable. What is that? In what world?
I don't know.
It says 8K on the box, so I don't know.
And with a fake pussy. 8Ks and 560 frame. I don't know.
Well, I know it does 4K 60 or 120. but my TV doesn't support it.
My TV isn't even 4K, so I'm not even.
Oh,
worried.
you're doing 1080p?
Yeah, I'm not even. My TV is that old. It's fine.
You can get a TCL. I just saw it at Sam's Club for like $269.
How big?
It was a big one. I want to say it was like 60 inches or something. 60.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For
$269.
That's crazy.
I know. For a 4K capable monitor. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
We're at time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll play at some point when I'm a little more comfortable.
You tell me.
Yeah.
If there...
I will be a hindrance, I will tell you right now.
Star Wars, Destiny.
This is the way.
It's my fucking triad.
Right.
If there's no, because I've dealt with all skill sets in my own house.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And
amongst the kids and the wife.
Yeah, there is a running... When we all started playing, Xander was small. And the running joke in the house is that Xander started his first-person shooter life shooting his fucking toes because he could not figure out
how to look up.
How to look up. And then when he did, he shot the sky. So, and anyone, I've told this to Venus countless times. If she wants to play, I just enjoy playing.
Yeah.
I don't have to be, if she's like, I've got a quest, but I didn't want you to have to waste your time doing this because you did it like 2.5 years ago. I'm like, I'll help you. I don't care. I like to make sure if you're having fun playing, I'm like the ambassador. If you're having fun playing, I'll play with you. I enjoy playing that game. It doesn't always have to be like, we have to get to this, and you have to have this KD ratio, and you have to... If you hit fucking the wall instead of the dude, I don't really care. Because most of the time, we're just shooting the shit, shooting the aliens.
So the new expansion pack, that just affords you different maps and stuff. And
yes, and I don't know... So it is customary... Shit, we're running long.
Yeah.
It is customary for the purpose of how they do the expansions to when you boot up on... After they've released your first time, it chucks you in it because a lot of times it's story-based.
Oh.
So if you were to, in fact, specifically for this one, if you were to back out of the expansion or go to the tower, you may get a inadvertent spoiler from a vendor who may ruin the campaign story beats.
I see.
So what they do is they try to, like... Oh, you're booting up, and the expansion just came out, and this is your first time. Here's the mission. Like, go do this. If you're hell bent on like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to Banshee to turn in my fucking weapon parts or whatever. You can, but you're gonna have to back out like you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is customary for them to do that.
Okay.
Because the story modes of the campaigns on releases are
paramount for them.
People take it serious. Like, I don't want to go to the vendor and like have Zavala say, man, that was a hell of a fight with a fucking witness. I can't believe we lost the dog. And you're like,
what dog?
I had a dog? That's why they do it. So, but it can be jarring if you don't know.
I didn't know.
And now you do.
Well, I just happened to get in right at the end.
Right. So. If you ever, no pressure.
All right.
If you get there.
I'll get there at some point. I'm getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
Every time I play.
Good. Yeah. That's how you start. You should. Return the cart.
Play Destiny.
Fuck yes. Wash your hands.
Wash your ass.
Register to vote.
Play Destiny.
Fuck yeah. Stay up to date on your shots.
Check your oil, Tony.
Pick up a broom.
Play Destiny.
Fuck yeah. Do the kindness.
And make the call if you need to.
We'll catch you next week.
And play Destiny.
Fuck yeah!
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.